Welcome to Uplink China International. Hey everyone, my name is Ronald Martin Mugisha from Uganda. I am the client manager and also the co-founder of Uplink China International. Uplink China International is an import and export trading company that is based here in China. Uplink China International was opened up with the main goal of easing trade between China and the world. So what services does Uplink China International offer? Uplink China International offers groupage shipment from China to Uganda, meaning we're able to consolidate different customers' goods into one container and ship it all the way to Uganda. And the other service is we do full container load, whereby in case a client has a commodity that can be able to fill up a container, we're able to ship the full container for them until it reaches their destination. Plus also, we also help clients to find reliable suppliers in China, which is our sourcing services, where we connect you with reliable suppliers here in China. Our main office is located here in Iwu City, here opposite Gate 25, Gomao Dasha. So you're most welcome. In case you have any inquiries, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sanyin Podcast. Today, I'm joined by my brother, Mr. Mugisha Ronald Martin, who is an entrepreneur, former president of the Ugandans in China Association, co-founder of Uplink China International. Mr. Mugisha, you're welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, Mr. JP, thank you very much. I appreciate you so much for this opportunity that you've given to me. Yeah, and everyone who's listening in, welcome to the podcast today. I'm happy to have you guys.
Okay, for the quite few people who don't know you, how would you introduce yourself, Mr. Mugisha?
Well, I think for starters, I think maybe very few people know I've heard of maybe Ronald Martin Mugisha. So for all those that don't know me, I've been living in China for quite some time now, for close to 12 years now. I'm well more versed with the Ugandan community, but I've been living in China for 12 years. I came as a student. After graduation, then I started business. Till today, I came in China in 2014. So 2016 right now, so it's close to 12 years. I'm from Uganda, born and raised in Uganda, but currently pursuing my work in China. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with Uplink China International. Tell me about what was the inspiration behind starting it? Why did you start it?
So basically, maybe I'll give you a brief, like a broader knowledge about Uplink China International. So Uplink China International it's a trading company. It's an import and export trading company that helps individuals from Uganda and all other parts of Africa to purchase or source products that are made in China and then ship them all the way to their countries. So we just basically help in case somebody wants to buy something, somebody wants to ship something from China. That's our work at Uplink China International. So we help them with the sourcing, the quality inspection, paying suppliers in case they need to, the conformity, then the shipping part of it. Basically, it's sea cargo from China to Africa. And basically, so as you know, when we come to China, most of us have always had that, the made in China. Everybody sees everything is made in China. Everything is made in China. So many people are always, enticed. They want to buy something from China, but they always, find it very difficult. They don't know who to trust. It starts with the communication. There's a problem of communication. There's always a communication gap. The time difference itself, if from Africa and China, there's a big time difference. The communication problems, the trust issues, so that's when we decided as Uplink why that we come in also and fill up this gap, and be that bridge that will help people who are in Africa and want to buy things from China. And then we be that bridge that helps them to connect the dots, and make it easy for them to and make their business, make their business journey successful.
Okay, so someone listening to this may ask themselves, what are the main services you offer as Uplink International, and what makes Uplink International stand out from the other shipping companies that we usually hear about? What's your competitive advantage that someone would choose you?
Okay, yeah. So these are our core services. So our core services are product sourcing. That means if somebody wants to find something, like they have this particular item they want, say it's a machine, they need a machine, say a brick making machine. So somebody can just send us a photo of that product, and then we help them find reliable manufacturers, because it's important. There's so many manufacturers in China, but to find the reliable ones is also another thing. So we help them find reliable suppliers of that product. That's our sourcing service. And then the other service which you do is cargo, logistics, meaning after you've purchased your item. Okay, so you've purchased your item, then how does that product reach your hands? So that's when we come in, whereby we offer sea cargo services. We arrange a container, we arrange shipment for those items that you've purchased from China, and then ship them all the way to your destination. So that's the logistics part of it. Then the other thing, could be like the other services are market guidance. In case somebody has come to China, they need help. They need help with navigating the markets. They need help with finding reliable suppliers. They need help with they need knowledge of how to navigate China itself. So that's when they also come in. We also help them with that guidance. With the help with the guidance, and then also uh, we also help with making payments in case somebody is in Africa and they want to make payments to their suppliers in China. They can always reach out to us, and then we can always offer payment methods that are suitable, that are compatible with that make it very easy for the Chinese here to receive money from Africa. So those are our main core services: sourcing, logistics, market guide, and easing payments between Africa and China. So as Uplink China, what sets us apart from other companies is for us, we've been doing this for a couple of years, close to 8 years, doing the same thing, doing this thing, doing this work. So the time factor alone gives us a huge experience factor, in this line of business that we're in. So the experience, we've had a lot of experience in this area, so we know how to navigate quite a number of issues that may arise, procedures, and everything that entails this sector. So the experience is number one, and the number two is putting our clients first. We are a customer-oriented we are a customer-oriented company. So our focus is on satisfying the clients of the client, satisfying the needs of the client. Our client comes first. So hence we go far and beyond to ensure that the client's needs, whatever the client is hoping for, what they really need, uh, they actually receive a service that they get what they really want. So we always ensure to try and understand what the customer wants, and put their needs before us as a company. So I think those then the factors that we are a multilingual team. We have Chinese colleagues in our company. We myself as a foreigner. So that the fact that we have different, our colleagues, we have colleagues in our company who are Chinese, and then we as foreigners also combined together. That alone, makes work easy. It helps to ease anybody's work. That is trying to reach out to us and use Uplink China as a company.
Hey, nice. So someone may sit down and ask, of the services that you offer, which has been the most popular that maybe most of your clients really use among your services? And also, for someone listening, where can they find you? Like, or do you have a website? Do you have social media? Do you have an office? Where can they find you?
Okay, yeah. So for our services, Uplink China International, from when we started from around 2015, when those were the early years of us in 2015. So in 2015, so people were using us more for sourcing. That is when people are said now to understand, oh, that is China, people can easily buy stuff from China. It had become very popular to buy stuff from China. So in the beginning, it was more of the sourcing service, like helping people reach out to purchase. And then it went on to grow. Then we added on the logistics part, we added on the payments part. But then during COVID, the COVID times, we helped a lot of people with the sourcing. That was also a big part of us during the times of COVID, whereby people wouldn't fly over the side. We did help them a lot to buy products and ship them out. And also, so after COVID, then we moved forward to the next level. Was as China opened up more, so many people discovered China. And like there's a lot of now, because of the influence of social media, so many people can find things that they want. They can literally just go online and purchase the items that they want. And then they need somebody to do the logistics for them. So as I speak right now, one of our main service is the logistics part, whereby we help people transport stuff that they've bought from China to their destinations. Meaning, you find a supplier online, you find a supplier on Alibaba, you find a supplier on 1688, you find a supplier on these different platforms. Or on Instagram, you find a supplier on Instagram, you find a supplier on TikTok. You purchase stuff from them, and then you need somebody to help you ship them. So this has been a very big part of our business, which is the logistics part. Meaning, we offer sea cargo logistics, meaning somebody buys something and then ships it over to our warehouse. We combine it into a container and then ship it to Uganda. This of recent, that's been one of our main service, which is the logistics part. And then for our Ugandan clients, and because we serve our main base is the Ugandan market, and of recent we have added the South African market. But for the Ugandan clients, we have an office in Uganda. Our office is in at Equatorial Mall, just on Kampala Road, just under, just close to Watoto Church. Equatorial Mall, that's where we find our office. Then also you can also reach out to us through our website. Our website is www.uplinkchinaint.com. Then we are also on Instagram at Uplink China. Then also we're on TikTok as well at Uplink China International. So you can follow us on all the social media platforms. We always post very useful content for anybody who's trying to who want to buy things from China, somebody who want to join this business. There are always so many. We post a lot of useful information that is very good for all beginners who are trying to reach out, who are trying to start out in the sector.
Okay. When we shared your post on our Instagram, we received a question from one of our viewers. And the question is, hey JP, help me ask the team at Uplink how they navigate the transit fees, especially for Uganda, because we realize that since we are unlocked, there's a lot of fees that URA charges us at the port of Malaba. How does Uplink, navigate those tax fees?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So generally, as Uganda, we're a bit unlucky that we always have to use Mombasa. We landlord country, so always our containers have to go through, have to first arrive at Mombasa port. When we ship out from from China, containers are shipped and they arrive at Mombasa. Then from Mombasa, we have to get a truck. The truck carries a truck carries the containers from Mombasa, and then drive them from Mombasa to the border point between Uganda and Kenya. Then from Kenya, from the border point, then they arrive in Kampala. So this has made really for us as a country, because of that long distance, it's made our business a bit expensive in a way, because a client always has to incur two costs. The cost from shipping the container from China to the port of Mombasa, and then also having to pay another cost from Mombasa to Kampala. These are two different, different costs, which makes the process a bit more expensive. But there's always a streamlined, there's always a streamed procedure. There is always all containers that are entering the country. They always have to pay a levy, so which we cover, because there's a streamlined procedure in which all these costs are covered. Hence avoiding all the minor, if you're starting out, you may not know about all these other costs, but when you're in the line of business, with the experience that we have, we make it easy. You don't have to always be paying here and there every day, every time, if you stop paying. So we have a streamlined way that makes it easy for transportation of containers from the Uganda Kenya border all the way to Kampala. Yeah, so on our side, that's not something to worry about, because we have streamlined procedures.
Okay, then there's another question here. Hey JP, help me ask Mugisha. I'm currently in Juba, South Sudan. I do a lot of business. Do they work and ship in South Sudan?
Yeah. So basically, actually, I was in Juba, South Sudan. I went there in 20 after that opened up after COVID, around COVID time, when they opened up the borders of China. That was around I think it was around 2021, around there. Around 2021, I was in Juba. We went to check out the markets. So actually, we have a couple of clients in South Sudan, but we have a couple of clients in South Sudan. So in case somebody wants to ship stuff from China to South Sudan, reach out to us, and we can always offer that solution. We can always offer that service for you. Yeah. So basically, yes, we do ship to South Sudan. So just reach out to us.
Okay. Reach out to us. Nice. This is the last question, and says, hey JP, I also have a shipping company, but I admire the team at Uplink for their social media work, their work in video editing, and the fact that they had Jerry on one of their videos makes it exciting. Kindly help me ask Mr. Mugisha how he uses marketing to uplift his business.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the question. Thank you for appreciating our work. I think this is an opportunity for everyone that's listening out there. We all have the responsibility of telling our own stories. In whatever you're doing, tell your story. Let people know what you're doing. Show people what you're trying to do. Let nobody be the one to tell others your story. Be yourself. Be the story yourself. Let people know what you're trying to do. So it comes back to the question. We are using social media a lot because we want people to see our work. We want people to understand the process. We want people to feel that this process is closer to them than they think. So I'd advise my fellow brother who has a logistics company. Push. Show people what you're trying to do. Teach people, show them the procedures. It will help. It's in this day and age, social media is the way to go. All the big brands, they never stop marketing. All the influencers, as you already see, they all keep marketing their companies. So my brother, you also have to push. You need to. Social media is key right now in this day and age. You can't do a business without the social media part. And I'm grateful for our different people, our different followers on our different social media platforms. We thank you very much, and we just promise that we shall continue to show you. We shall continue to bring more educative content, more content that will be beneficial for businesses in Uganda.
That's nice. In fact, I also remembered I saw Jerry on your thing, and I was like, "Hey, Sacha Munene."
No, actually, Jerry is a very good client of ours. So it's we're glad that he supports Uplink, he supports our work. So it's a good feeling.
Okay. So someone listening may ask you, Mr. Mugisha. Okay, you have a company here in China. you're doing quite well in business. Do you, for someone listening, would you recommend China as a place to develop your entrepreneurial skills? Does China give you that environment to develop yourself entrepreneurially?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. For all those that we've had like people from who have tried to leave, say, Uganda and trying to do business in different in different countries. A lot of Ugandans have left, maybe have gone to Dubai. They've gone maybe to the UK, they've left and gone maybe to the US. But if you're to compare all these other countries with China, I feel like for all those people that have gone to those countries and tried to do business, it's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. So I would actually think that China, for any entrepreneur, this is a very, very good market for them. With uh, this the holistic approach. China is it's opening up, and it's in this day and age where China is trying to push a lot. They're trying to open up to the other world. They're trying to open up to the world. So anybody who has who has dreams of being an entrepreneur, starting out something, I feel like China is the right place. To connect with Chinese. Chinese are very of recent they're becoming more and more open. They're very they're trying to reach out to the world. So I think this is the right opportunity for anybody. Any entrepreneur, China is the way to go. China is the way to go, is because they've made things simpler. As time goes on, they're just making things way simpler. The visa processes, getting a visa to China is way easier than before. Receiving money, receiving currency, the security, the openness is just getting way and more better. So I feel like this is for anybody who wants to do it, who wants to be an entrepreneur. I feel China is the way to go. Yeah.
Okay, and then on one of my final questions about Uplink is that we have a lot of listeners across Africa. So someone may ask, will you eventually have serve the African market as a whole in the future?
Yeah. Of course. Even as per now, we already serving other African countries. Our main base is Uganda, but we are serving a lot of other African countries. Just as I said now, we're serving South Sudan. We are serving South Africa. Then we have some clients. We have some clients in Senegal. So basically, we should just keep expanding. We should just keep expanding. The market is so big. We have to stay hungry. So definitely, we shall we shall continue to serve. We shall continue to create more synergies, create more partnerships that serve Africa's more African countries.
Hey. Now let's go to your leadership journey, Mr. Former President Mugisha. So you were the former president of UECA. So tell us first what UECA really does and how you describe your leadership journey through your tenure as president of UECA.
Yeah. So for starters, UECA is Ugandans in East China Association. So it's an association that brings together all the different Ugandans that are living in the eastern part of China. Because China is so big. So we have cities that are in the eastern part. Say major cities like Shanghai. Provinces like Shanghai, Zhejiang province, Jiangsu. Major cities like Ningbo. People are in Ningbo. The eastern parts, more so the eastern part of China. We have this association that brings us together, as different Ugandans, to share ideas, to uplift one another, to help one another, so this is what the UECA does. And I was glad that I served, for before my brother Sami, who's the current president. Sami, I think you hosted him last time on your podcast. It was nice. Yeah, so he's our current president right now. So I was the president before he came in. Yeah. So well, this is with the association. We really started it to after during the COVID times, when most of a lot of people are left, and then a lot of Ugandans who are staying in China during the COVID time, many of them left, and then for us who stayed behind, it was one of those ways that we had to come up with something that's gonna bring us together, that's gonna like that is gonna bring us together, especially for those that have stayed behind. So that's when we had to come up with association, and then I would say for sure that this association has helped a lot of people, with the knowledge. A lot of people have gotten a lot of knowledge in terms of what China is all about, the opportunities in China. People have had some issues, visa problems. People have had who have needed help. So maybe they're having challenges here and there. The association helps out. The know-how, because most of us who are in this side have lived in China for quite a number of years. So the experience alone that we have has helped a lot of the newbies who've just arrived in China. So, and this is all done through this association. And not only that, it also helps, the Ugandans who are living in China to always know that they're not alone. They always have a shoulder to lean on. Yeah. So basically, that's it.
Okay. There's just another question I've seen here. Sorry, yeah. About Uplink also, and someone is asking, hey, can you help me ask Mr. Mugisha, if I am a student doing a small scale business, let's say wigs, and I don't have the capacity to load a full container, can Uplink help me ship my things to Uganda?
Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. So, as Uplink China International, we do sea cargo, meaning no matter if you're able to purchase a full container, or you're able to just purchase a few goods like 1 carton, 2 cartons, we help you. We can service you. We do what we call groupage shipping. Groupage meaning is that we get different small quantities of different clients' products, whether 1 carton, 2 cartons, 1 CBM, 2 CBM, and then combine them together and put them into a container. So you don't have to have a lot of money to purchase from China and for us to service you. No matter the capacity you're in, we can still service you. When you purchase those items and they're shipped over to our warehouse, we combine them with other people's stuff, and then we load the container together and then have it shipped. So, in short, we can help no matter the quantity that you have. So we don't only service full container clients. We service clients of all capacities.
Okay, that's nice to know. One of my final questions to you would be, for the youth listening in right now, both in Uganda, even here in China, what would be your advice to them? Judging by your experiences in life, your successful business, your leadership, what would be your advice to them?
I feel like for all all the young the youth out there, anybody who's trying to start out, who's trying to do something, who's trying to who has these dreams, any kind of dream that you have, who has these plans in their heads, well, I just want to say is that everything is possible. That's the most important thing. Understand that whatever you have in your heads, whatever you're thinking of, whatever you would wish to do, have the strong belief that it is very possible. Take for us, as just me myself, I came to China as a student. I was a student just like many other people who were studying. I was a student, graduated. After I graduated, then registered the company. Slowly by slowly, we've grown, and now I'm also employing individuals. So I believe, like, for any out there, if you have something that you want to achieve, that you're trying to, something that your wildest dreams, just understand that they are very possible. It's possible. You can achieve all that you ever wanted to achieve in life. And the other thing is, understand that there's always, it's not a one size fits all. Try to understand that there are always many paths the path that I use may be different from your path. Everybody has a different path. Everybody has a different, there's a way, the heavens, the Almighty has created, has set out a path for us. All of us, we on very different journeys. So don't try to look out at what somebody has done and be like, I may not be able to do it, or you may want to copy the exact way they did it. And then if you try to copy and it fails, and then you be like, then you are disappointed. It shouldn't be that way. Try to understand that this journey, the journey to where you want to go, it's not it's not a straight line. There'll always be the valleys, and then you get up there. There are always ups and downs on that journey, and I just stay focused and then try stay on the journey and ensure that you never give up. All the dreams that you have, try not to give up. Never think, never have it in your mind that it's not possible. Yeah, so basically, that's what I would tell the youth out there.
Okay. My final question to you, Mr. Mugisha, is what makes you a proud Ugandan?
All right. Well, I'm glad to be from Uganda. Uganda is the pearl of Africa. I feel like Uganda is the most beautiful country in the world. For people who have traveled, if you've left Uganda and stepped on the plane and moved out, you tend to understand that there's that feeling that Uganda gives. It's different. You can't get that feeling anywhere else. The good weather. It starts with the weather. When our weather, I feel like Uganda has the best weather in the world. The people. I feel like Ugandans are, the happy people at heart. The peaceful people. So the weather and the people, that makes me proud to be Ugandan.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Mugisha, for passing by. We truly appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. JP, and for everyone who has tuned in. Thank you very much. That's just a bit of my story. For more, you can. First of all, I want to first thank Mr. JP. Thank you so much for the opportunity that you've given to me. Thank you so much and I thank you so much for this podcast. It's very, first of all, it's very entertaining. It's very informative. It's very uplifting. So this is kudos to you. Thank you for starting up this. It's a good initiative, and I just hope it continues to grow. And just don't stop. Just keep pushing, and then it's a very good platform. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me. Yeah.